Hi, I'm Brad Holden. Today I'm going to show you a curious tool from a bygone era that you may or may not have heard of before. This is called the spill plane. When I first discovered hand planes, the thing that fascinated me the most was watching the shavings come out. But I always thought it was kind of a shame that you just swept them up and threw them away or threw them in the fireplace. So when I learned about the spill plane, I was kind of hooked on getting one for myself. I knew I had to have one because the spill plane is the only plane that I know of where the shaving is actually the end product. That's what you want. So instead of trying to locate an old one or buy a new one, and yes, they are still made, I decided to make one for myself. The shavings produced by a spill plane are different from that of a typical wood plane in that they produce this tightly curled, tapered shaving that's called a spill. And what a spill was used for back in the days before matches and lighters was to take a flame from the fireplace or candle or whatever, and you could carry it around throughout the house to light other candles or an oil lamp or your pipe or what have you. The iron for my spill plane is just an extra block plane blade I had laying around, and it's held in place by a wedge. And you'll find that setting it to take the perfect shaving and make a perfect spill takes some practice and some patience, because if the shaving is too light, the spill is going to be floppy, and if the shaving is too heavy, the spill is going to be coarse and it's going to be hard to push the board through. So what you need to do is insert the blade and then put in the wedge to hold it in place, and then tap the wedge with a hammer or mallet, and then take a test pass and see where you're at. Now, if you need to change things, if you need to make the blade deeper for a heavier cut, you can just tap the back of the blade with the mallet. And if the cut is too heavy, you have to take the wedge out and start over again. So it can be a little frustrating at first, but once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy. And once you get it set, you're good to go. Once you've got your iron set, you're pretty much ready to go. You just need some stock to make the spills. You may be tempted to think that you can use any old scraps, but that's simply not the case. You need something that's knot free and has nice straight grain. I found that poplar actually works great for making spills because the grain is not real pronounced. If the grain is pronounced and directional, you want to make sure that it's rising away from you. Otherwise, you'll be going into the grain, which won't make a very nice spill. So now we've got our stock, got our iron set properly, plane is clamped to the bench, so let's make some spills.